Really, I just wish somebody talked to me. No, I got a legitimate plan. I know there's a lot of variables that goes to economics, but when it's all a sham to where the government's serving up the residents as holdings to private contractors all over the place, it's all a sham. It's all a sham, and it needs to be sham wired clean, and we could just definitely do it with everything we got. We just need some forward thinkers, and we need to come together with group investments in the long term while reinforcing the individual citizens' ability to nest and become self-reliant, because we're at that energy age, and it's more healthy of a product that we get from organic farmers than anybody could possibly realize. So the smaller the nesting ability, the smaller farming ability, because I'm just getting better and better around here every year. Might not look like some things come in like they ought to, but better and better every year. If I'd been left alone when I was younger, I'd gotten better and better there every year. But I wasn't. So let's get better and better every year, and let's get better and better quicker. Because, yeah, it might be a little bit of a waste to not produce. I mean, I feel like it's a waste. I always run the wheels off my cell phone before I get a new one. Be sure I absolutely get an upgraded version instead of just buying each progressively better step. It gets expensive. So, that's a little on me. I can answer any questions. I can handle any loads. I want to go on a ride before I die. I want to be able to soar. I want to be able to come back. I want to be able to say we accomplished that, but we didn't have to hurt ourselves doing it. I want everybody to know we got room to grow, and if we get on it, we can realize our wildest dreams very quickly. Giving and pitching my pitch every time I turn on the video camera is old. I'm Airhead Boone, David Aaron GRIG. I'm a resident of Todd, North Carolina. I have an idea of one flat trade sales tax that encompasses all securities and insurances and taxes. I do feel like I am talking to nobody, because I've been talking this for 4 years now, and nobody seems to understand that it's not, you can't let all the pretenses cloud your judgment on how to move forward with the new resources we have. And we cannot allow other people to buck on us without us bucking back and thinking that it's just going to be an easy walk in the park. I don't care what's going on polar on the North Pole, but we're going to have to start working in unity to the betterment of exploration, or we're just going to be wallowing in a big old bloody shithole and acting like a bunch of cannibals if we don't learn to work together. And I'm talking to China and Russia. You know, we shouldn't be bullied. We're not good at being bullied, because I've seen many Americans snap on somebody. We do it all the time. Anyhow, you know, I've seen a lot of. It's not healthy to poke the little guy in the chest, no matter if the big guys, poke them in the chest too. Anyhow, I just really want to see us do positive stuff so we can hand off good things to our kids. Might be a little greedy. I want to see it like next year before the selection plays out. But with the media's attention on such a narrow narrative. I mean, I watch C-SPAN and I watch CCTV and I watch Sky News. And CCTV and Sky News, they're talking about globalization. I'm talking about trying to set the best model, be the best role model for these other nations. And if they think they're catching up, we need to turn the other direction and outrun them to the next station. And I'd like to see it. We're taking baby steps now, but as soon as y'all come to grasp that we need a device to get rigid material projected out into our quadrant of space, we can do it. We can get it up there. And it needs to get not around orbit, it needs to be out there. There's got to be a way to incentivize you people into coming along and saying, us people are going to build a machine to put rigid material into space. Now, should we do it on the North Pole? I don't know. Is that the shortest band? I don't know. Or should we do it in a big valley? I kind of got one picked out here. It could be. It's not going to be that bad. It's a big wheel that's fluidly filled to an extent. It's going to have solid mass, and then it's going to start spinning and then take on a little water. And it'll get that water spin, take on a little more water, and it get this big old thing going. And then you load it into the water. Then the water will carry it out to the outer perimeter through the channel. And when it gets out there to the outer perimeter and that fluid, it's balanced. See, it moves from the inside and it stays balanced because it's displacing the same amount of water, the same amount of weights. It's just a little bubble floating in there, and then it gets out here to the outer perimeter and it's cruising. You know, we got this big wheel and it's going, and you release it wherever you need it. Perfectly harmonized. And the best thing about it is you can just throw them a load after load after load right in it. And it's going to be massive. Something's got to give. Something's got to work like that. And with it being a big wheel, I mean, why not see what we can do? It would be just like the trains, except for it'd be it'd ride on the same tracks as the train, except for the train would be the ground and it'd be spinning. I can definitely see it. All kinds of different ways, electric. But the main thing is it's going to be set up on like a spinner. So once you get it up to your RPMs, you just let off. Rolls on. And then when you put a load in, you bump it. And it goes zoom, shoots it out. Then you let off. And then you put a load in, bump it, zoom, shoots it out. You know, it's a pulse engine, so after it's moving, it's not going to take a lot to maintain them upper RPMs. Imagine how long it'd take 50 tons spinning in a circle to stop. Till tomorrow. And then for us, we can glide up using all these fossil fuels, acting crazy with it. What would your grandparents think? I mean, ever since Honda come out with their precision, we could take electronics and a big flywheel. But when was the last time you seen a big flywheel 5 foot tall, 500 pounds under the hood of a vehicle? You don't. You know why? Because of intellectual technology and patent laws. I got the plan to stop them intellectual patent laws from keeping us enslaved until we're dead and gone. And the next generation's enslaved until they're dead and gone. We got to get off of these fossil fuels and move on to this new electronics with the batteries and the magnets. I know they got it out here. If we need to, we can globalize oil, use up the machines that we have cheaply, put down real good infrastructure in the interim while we wear out these machinery, implement new power systems into our Caterpillar trucks that wind up with a little key, drop a marble and it winds it on up, kicks a button, torques it on up a little bit more, throws the lever, and it's in full motion. Ain't nothing gonna stop it except for the fact that you gotta hold the clutch down to make it go. And the hydrostatic takes it the rest of the way.